Hey guys, welcome back. Another charting video for today. So first let's start off with ES. I'm gonna tell you guys about a trade that I took this morning at open, um, which was UNH. So once we get to that, I'll tell you more about it on why I took that trade and how it played out. So yeah, other than that, let's continue with the charting video. So ES. So I believe last time. I believe we made the video Monday. Let me double check. I always forget when I make these videos. Let me see. It was a day ago, so yesterday, right? Let's see. It was on November 24th. Okay, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, we're Wednesday, so Monday. Okay. Okay. Monday. So, I believe we said when was this? On the 24th. Okay, so it was this day. Okay, so I believe for ES we said it was most likely going to run up from here. Just because we have this green level here. If you don't know what levels are what, I explained them in my last video, but if you don't want to go through those, um, basically this green level means I'm predicting it'll go up. Red level means I'm predicting it to go down. So, anyways, yeah. So we see right here, this played out in our favor, very well. Whoops. So we see right here where the line we made, we see a breakout intraday 2 days ago or yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. We see that breakout, and then if you basically held it the entire day, you could have sold all the way up here. I mean, that was my TP right here, the screen level. Another thing too to take in consideration on, yes, it was rejecting pre-market highs and it wasn't closing, but also wasn't closing below pre-market low. And we had just came from demand, which most likely it was going to shoot up. I'm not too sure what exactly I said the other day in the charting video, but all I know is that I predicted it to go up, and that's exactly what it did. So how do we break this down? Just like we said, it was bouncing from pre-market low, couldn't close below pre-market low, wasn't trading below pre-market low. However, this one, it goes up to pre-market high, closes above, pulls back, and then starts the continuation phase. So kind of just looking at it. So just kind of look at it. We see a break above, close, bounce up again, and then bounce up again, and then just kept on running up from there. So that was that whole trade. And also to our TP, um, over pre-market, it also bounced from this level as well. So I mean that level meant something. So yeah, now we can see most likely something above this high, today's highs. So if it goes above that long, anything below short. But just as of now, not enough structure for me. We already went above these resistance levels. So taking a look at the 4 hour, as you can see, the next resistance level would probably be up here on that white level. So let's just drag this along. Let's go right here. So let's just drag that there. And yeah, I guess we'll just wait. I wouldn't get in on this anymore. So yeah, let's look at NQ, the same thing. Most likely all the futures are going to be the exact same thing. So instead, NQ is basically on that resistance level. So I would say anything above this one would probably be worth trading. The only thing is that it is Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I'm not sure. I don't think futures are open. I'm not too sure. I kind of forget sometimes because I don't really trade on holidays like that, but I'm pretty sure you can't trade. And I forgot to move my mic again. I don't know if you guys were able to hear me. I have to check the recording. Um, Hopefully you guys heard me. But I'm closer now, so in case you guys didn't hear me, you guys can hear me now. So let's see. I gotta move my setup around here. Okay, how do I? Okay, this is better. I gotta get I have like my microphone on my desk along with my keyboard. So I have to. I should definitely buy one of those what is it? Those little hanging things where it grabs the mic. I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's the thing where it grabs the mic and then you move it around, whatever, blah blah blah. The mic stand, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so yeah, NQ. I'm probably still waiting for a breakout on this, but it also depends on the other future. So if ES already broke out, and if it just sells, NQ could possibly sell. So I would say if the market, if the rest of the futures gives it strength to go up, it's gonna go up. If not, most likely it's probably just gonna go back down. So this one is pretty risky, and it also depends on all the other futures as well, such as YM. Okay, so YM broke well above, um, so NQ is lagging behind, meaning NQ is weak. So from what I see is that it's pretty risky because now all the other features are at resistance or close to resistance or on its way to resistance, while NQ hasn't even broken resistance. So yeah, so it's a little risky. So YM, same thing. We see something right here in this green level. This was our entry, and then TP right here at the high. Obviously, it broke well above that level, and then continued the next day as well. So yeah. Oh my gosh, oh my bad. Um, so RTY, I would say is probably leading the way, or close to leading the way. But however, we see this right here. So we said basically the same thing for RTY. Anything out of this, anything breaking out of this is going to be a long. So as we can see here, our entry was here, and I don't think we had a TP. I think, yeah, I don't remember our TP unless this was right. It was right here, and I think our TP was right here. So as you can see, both of these levels played out perfectly. My level I made here was literally pre-market low, and then right here is the perfect entry right there at the open. So yeah, that was that. This was a very good trade, I would say. Um, so now I would say maybe some type of retest right here. We already got some type of retest, but maybe for a new day, maybe another entry right here on that white level. So now let's just go ahead and take these off so we don't confuse ourselves. Let's take a look at the 4 hour one more time. So yeah, some rejection here. Where did it reject from? As we follow our cursor, like around this level here. So as of now, probably wouldn't take any trades unless it bounces up there for a continuation. Um, let's keep on going. So oil. Okay. Okay, so I believe last time we said something about oil. Yeah, last time we said something about oil was that level. My bad, guys. Okay, let me. Okay. I don't really see much with oil besides some type of resistance here. Um, Same time, I probably wouldn't trade this, but just to give you guys something, right there. So let's see, where did we come from? We came from supply, trending downwards, based out right here, but right below previous bounce levels. So it's trading within. So it's too risky to tell, not enough structure, too busy to tell, or too little structure to tell which way it's going to go. So most likely this could possibly just keep basing out. So let's just remove that since we're unsure. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, nothing going on. If anything, a short, I would say. So I would say some type of short from here. Actually, let's look at the bigger picture. Okay, so we're near all-time highs again. Or never mind. I guess not. So let's see. This one's also another difficult one too because we're pretty far off from this resistance level here. But it has been losing its buying pressure around this level. So maybe some type of short from here. If pre-market can continue to just keep trading below that level. So basically, I would say a short. So let's just do this. Let's say a short. Okay. Edit. Let's make it red. Short that from there. Um, just because this looks pretty bearish. So yeah, at least for now. Maybe until whoops. Maybe until pre-market low. Let's speed this up a little bit. XLK. I don't think we said anything about XLK. I think we just said no man's land. Yeah, nothing much. Okay, let's move on. What's after XLK? CRM. It's still kind of trading within the space. Okay, so we see that we had some green. Okay, so let's see, last video right here. Okay, let's see. So last time, I believe we said once it breaks here. Okay. So once it breaks this top green one, I would have said that's the entry or TP, I think, and then entry all the way down here just because I didn't really like it. I didn't really like the way it looked. But yeah, it did go in our favor. Obviously, we didn't get the entry that we wanted, but the entry was right here at the open pre-market low, which was also previous day low, and then taking it all the way up here. So 225 all the way up to 229. So $4 move. That's a nice move, or a $5 move. Sorry. That was a nice move. So yeah, now it's still trending back. Still going back down, kind of just basing out around that area. So I would say I wouldn't really say much about this, to be honest. Yeah, I would say it's too risky to trade as of now. Not worth it. Worth it for calls. But it's still a little risky. So yeah, we take a look at the daily. This is a perfect level to buy. Um, so just kind of taking a look at all this. To be honest, it just really depends on the futures. If the futures want to push up, then this is definitely going to push up, and it's going to have a lot of reward, and you'll make it pretty fast because it's currently sitting at a demand level, just waiting for the futures to give it that push. So I would say this is good for the long run, um, for calls. So that's my guess. I'm going for calls. Looking at Microsoft. Okay. So this one we did fail on. So we did say, I believe right here was a short. Um, Obviously it didn't go in our way. Basically just faked us out. As we can see, we did get that short. Basically, this could have been a winner. Pretty much, kind of was a winner, to be honest. But you know, just for the sake of the video, just kind of as a loss. Never reached this line, anyways. So yeah, as we can see, it opened right at pre-market high, and then instantly rejected. Realistically, you're probably not going to get in on that. So it rejected all the way, went below. It went below pre-market low. So maybe you're thinking, okay, this is probably going to keep trending downward, or this is going to go down, you know. But obviously, I didn't do that. It just reversed. So definitely something happened within the futures. So the futures probably gave it that push up. You know, when all the futures are pushing up, most likely the stocks are pushing up as well. Unless they're super weak, then they're going to push down. But Microsoft is a big name, and it basically follows NQ. So yeah, but it did retest on this red level and then reversed. Same thing for today also. It basically did a V-shaped recovery. I wouldn't really say V-shaped recovery just because we didn't really break below pre-market low or anything. We just stayed above pre-market highs. Um, so yeah, we did get a little V pattern and then just kind of trading around that top. Not much. I don't think there's really much of a plan for this one. If the only thing I would say is probably just a break of pre-market highs and pre-market lows. That's the only level I can give out, and TP all the way at this green level right there. Um, so yeah, Apple. Let's take a look at this one. Nothing much with Apple. Still, I probably wouldn't enter this. Yeah, I wouldn't enter it. I don't even think giving a call on this is fair, to be honest. Um, yeah, I wouldn't get it on this. It's in the middle, so wouldn't trade that. Google, it just reached, I believe, all-time highs. It reached, yeah, it reached all-time highs. So maybe we can get some type of reversal or some type of bounce from this 317 level or 318. But who knows? It was at all-time highs, so maybe this might sell. It already sold. It's making lower lows. We get a low right here, and then some type of bounce, and then another new low right there. And then rejections. So maybe this could be a short, maybe not. But same thing, just use pre-market levels, pre-market low and pre-market high. Breaks below, breaks either one, trade that way. Okay, let's take a look at Oracle. Okay, I believe Oracle we said right here most likely some type of or like a call, I believe from that area. Not too sure. Maybe I didn't give a call out, but I know I'm pretty sure I did because these levels are a little too perfect. So yeah, we said calls. I'm not sure where TP is. I gotta be more organized for you guys. Um, we didn't mark it down, but I would say TP is right there. Uh, Basically, I would say this would probably be a losing trade. Just simply because we opened already at that TP level. But we did bounce off this, but we just never reached that level again. So I would probably consider this as a losing trade. But as of now, probably wouldn't really say much to be honest about this. It's still trending downwards. If anything, I'm still looking for shorts. Um, so yeah, or I'm looking for shorts. Sorry. But seeing that price did go below and it's starting to reject, I would say this could be a rejection level now. So support, I mean, resistance, and then just fall right back down. Anyways, let's move on. Netflix. Okay, we said something for Netflix. Um, okay, yes, we did. So we said most likely a break above that. We see a building pressure. Obviously, we never got that yet. It's still trading on this level. It's still rejecting, but it's not going down by a lot. It's still kind of holding this area. So maybe it's just not time for it to pop yet. So Netflix, I believe, will probably go for it to pop soon, but maybe not yet. So yeah, let's move on. So Netflix, let's go. Let's go for Meta. I don't think we said anything about Meta, or maybe we did actually. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I believe we did. So yeah, this is a huge winner, with Meta. So I believe we called it here. Yeah, obviously because this was the 24th. So yeah, we called it out. Okay, I think we called it out around there, around here. I think I said some type of break from that 617 level as a long, and it went up, started trending up, it's still trending upwards. Where's the entries now? I would say wait for a pullback. It's too early to say. Either way, we're at some type of resistance right here at that 641 level. So I would say let's wait for a pullback, wait for some structure, and then we'll give a better idea on that. IBM, okay, IBM, we did say something about this, I believe. I believe we said don't really get in it unless there's some type of bounce from here, and we get that bounce. So yeah, this is a perfect trade. So we get this right here. This is your dip buy. So we go up above, and just like how we said previous day or previous video, I'm looking for some type of dip buy here for an entry and take it up to the highs. So basically, we held it either the whole day yesterday or today all the way up until the open. You would have reached those highs. TP. So 300 to 36, 306. That's a nice move from there. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon, I'm not too sure what we said for this. Yeah, not too sure. I think we said probably break above that and then trail maybe. Um, yeah, like I said, I need to be more organized for you guys. But yeah, nothing much happening with Amazon. Um, it did break above this level. all the way, faked people out probably all the way. It broke below pre-market low, and then ended up trending upwards. And it looks like if it can hold this level, continue holding this level above this level, still looking for longs. So probably just break above pre-market highs and pre-market lows. You know that strategy. Nvidia, I believe we said, okay, yeah. So I believe we said, if it can hold above this, we can see probably TP right there. Basically, if you took an entry, to yesterday, ride it all the way to here. But obviously that's unrealistic. You're not gonna buy when it broke above, or when it broke below all these support levels, and then hold it to the next day. So no, so I would consider this as a losing trade. Just a straight losing trade. No, nothing about it. No, no. Oh, you could have bought in here. Like no, this is a straight up losing trade. So it's still basing around this area. So like I said, this is pretty risky at this level. So um, as of now, I probably wouldn't say anything whether to go long or short. But it is trending downward, so I would probably say a short. So let's just change this to red, just because I'm thinking more likely a short. So yeah, everything looks bearish. Um, so yeah, let's take a look at TSM. I don't think we've said anything for TSM because I don't have any levels here. Yeah, we didn't say anything for TSM. Nothing going on except resistance level now. From here. So I would say maybe some type of break from this level for a long. Anything below is a short. But as of now, I probably wouldn't even get in on this to be honest. Let's just draw our marker from here. So yeah, let's just go 2 days out. Okay, let's just put it. Let's take a look one more time where we came from. So we came from support, some type of support level, trending upwards. I would say this could possibly break out of that. So anything above breaking out of that green level is up for a long. If it rejects, short it. But I honestly believe this is probably gonna go up, just because we did get some buying pressure. It did try rejecting, but we got a hammer candle, I believe is what it's called. Like I said in my previous videos, I have horrible memories, so I forget some of these candlestick patterns. I know what they're for. I just forget their names sometimes. So we see AMD below what was support. Yeah, so it was below previous support. So now I'm thinking, okay, so I based out here. So now I'm thinking some type of break from those highs. Um, so it's building good pressure around this level. So I would say anything above this is a long, anything below is a short, but it looks like it is basing, making a nice base on this level. So we could probably see a long, but same thing. I probably wouldn't touch this, but that's my thoughts on that. So yeah, let's take a look at something else. AMD, Yukon. Okay, so we were trending downwards, and it's now based out here at this level, right above the support, which is good. So my guess is this could possibly be for a long. Just after breaks, I would say let's just say there. So yeah, I would say some type of long, after this break. So let's go green here. And then where's TP? Let's see. Um, TP all the way up here, from 160 to 190, I guess. But that's if you're gonna hold contracts for a long time. And to be honest, I wouldn't blame you. I mean, I would too. Um, but let's be a little more realistic. Maybe this won't go all the way back up. Remember, price does whatever it wants. So I would say my first TP would be right here. So I think starting now, I'm probably gonna just start leaving them as white for TP, or maybe purple or pink for TP. Yeah, so let's just go pink for TP, green up, red down. Um, dip buys, we'll put it at yellow for dip buys. Dip buys is gonna be yellow now. Um, so yeah, I would say this is a nice chart to trade. It tried breaking below the support. Obviously, couldn't break below support. So it's holding above or holding right on. And we're now trading above it. So I would still say this would be your dip buy, um, or entry right here for confirmation, maybe some type of retest after it breaks this, and then TP there. What's the next TP? TP there, TP here, 171, TP here, TP here, take profit there, there. There's lots of places you can take profit. Last TP 190. So from 165 all the way to 190 or 205. So yeah, there's that breakdown. Let's take a look at MU. Whoops, MU. So MU is a nice one. I believe we called MU all the way down here. And now it's trading above this pink level. Now is the time where I'd want to get in on this. Why? Because we've now reclaimed our support level. So we broke below, and then right immediately after we started trending upwards. So I would say this would be officially my retest slash dip buy. And I would say right here it can possibly be TP. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. I would say right here's TP. Right here's take profit. There's your take profit level. Go ahead and do that. And once again, you got multiple take profit levels. There's that. Take it all the way from 230 all the way to 237.5. That's a great move. And then so on, so on. But realistically, if you're trading weeklies or 2 weeks out contracts, right there is perfect. So yeah. It looks like it's reclaiming that level. So I guess we'll just have to see. So let's move on. MU. What's next? AVGO. AVGO. Okay. Okay, so we did say a rejection from that level. Did we get that rejection? I think we got that yesterday. Yeah, so we got it the next day. So I was right. This is definitely a winning trade. But it did recover very easily and very fast. So, um, yeah, so we did recover. But we were right. Realistically, I would say this was most likely a losing trade because once again, we actually let's take a closer look. Okay, no, yeah, I would say this is probably a losing trade. Even though we did go in the right direction and everything was perfect, I would still say it's probably a losing trade just because you're not gonna obviously take a trade right there at the open when it's above pre-market low, well above pre-market low, and started trending upwards. As we can see here, we're trending upwards, and then next thing you know, like it just sold off. Like no, that's not the way. But it did go in our favor. Just the structure wasn't there enough to take a trade. If you did take a trade on this, you gambled with it. So there's the truth with that. So yeah, I would say I would consider this as a losing trade. Anyways, so now that we broke above this level, I would say this can possibly be some type of dip buy. And then TP is right there at the highs. We're at all-time highs, so TP is at the highs. Um, so next, we're almost at UNH. Um, okay. Um, yeah, I don't think there was much with XLV. I believe we just said, well, I should have said anything, any break above that, but I think I probably just said not to touch this at all, to be honest, just because it's a little risky. But yeah, this would have been a perfect trade if I called it out. I'm not too sure if I did or not. I kind of forgot. But right there, we have some pressure building up from that level and then ended up breaking out. Most likely, maybe this can happen, the same thing. Um, but I don't know, same thing. It's too risky. It's gone up a lot. It's built up a lot of structure already. We could be looking at, okay, and we are at all time or near all time highs. We basically were there, so I would say a short, to be honest. Yeah, I would say a short. Just because we were at that previous all time high. So let's just mark that level down. or maybe not a short yet, but I would say very soon is a short. Like, look, it went a couple cents off. Anyways, same thing. I probably wouldn't touch this um, until it hits that level or until we see some type of resistance from this pre-market high. So yeah. Anyways, that was XLV. What's next? Johnson and Johnson. Two more tickers away. Um, Johnson and Johnson. I believe we said don't touch this. It's too risky. It's risky, but at the same time, it's not. It's trending upwards. But look, if we take a close look, we see some type of bearish or some type of rejection here. Sorry. So seeing that and seeing that today's price and yesterday's price was flat, considering they had earnings yesterday, actually. Oh, never mind, dividends. Sorry. They had dividends. It just looks flat. I would say probably based off of pre-market levels. So any break above 208 is a long. Um, Anything below is a short. At least below pre-market. So as we can see, it's just flat. It's just trading sideways. Nothing's going on. So I would say, okay, you know what? Let's so we don't confuse ourselves. So as we can see from here, like it's sitting right on top of previous base. I would say anything below this is a rejection. I mean, is a short. Anything above this is a long. So let's go ahead and do that. This is a long. So I would say anything above that is a long. So that's how we're gonna trade that. Pfizer probably gonna be the same thing. Okay, yeah, same thing. Um, so yeah, it wasn't some type of base action. Ended up selling off of resistance, I believe. Yeah, close. Yeah, we're about right here, about resistance. However, it's still on top of this, which was previous resistance, now support. Same thing. Anything above that, it's a long. Anything below this level is a short. Now let's take a look at UNH. Let me show you guys what I took this morning. So yeah, UNH. I see we're basing out right here. Um, so everything's kind of similar. So we see this right here. Okay, let's take a look at this right here. So right here, price has been building up pressure off that level, and whoops. So since it's been building pressure, my guess was okay. Most likely this is going to go up. Just because it's building pressure, pre-market, it is rejecting that. However, the whole sector is pointing upwards. It's trending upwards. Um, so yeah, and they've all broken out already, and UNH is lagging behind. So, considering that its sector was pushing up, and everything else was pushing up as well, this was a very valid trade. So, where did I get in? Is your question? I got in right there at that white level. Literally, as soon as it broke that, I got right in, and I trailed right away. And where did I take profit? I took profit right. Let's see if I can pinpoint this. I took profit right. No, it was like 334. 334, I think. Okay, I think right there is where I took profit. 333 eighths, I believe. Um, so yeah, I think I tried to take profit like right here at this 333.42 level, but price just kept shooting up. So yeah, so I ended up just um I ended up selling a little bit more up, which I'm not complaining. So yeah, I caught this whole move basically all the way up until like right here, and then shortly after it sold, which is why you want to trail, or as soon as it hits TP, you just want to exit. But I mean, if I held, I definitely wouldn't be mad. We're still trading above this level. Everything is still trending upwards in its sector. Everything still looks great. The only thing is that I picked up a contract for this week instead of 2 weeks out. But I knew this was going to be a pretty quick trade. So I just took it for this week, expiring this week, the contract. So yeah, that was my trade. So I was very happy from about my trade that I took this morning. So yeah, and I think I'm gonna be letting you guys know when I take my trades now. I haven't really been saying it. So just because I called it out today doesn't mean that this is my first time taking a trade. It's just the first time said it, so I'm definitely gonna be saying it now. Let's take a look at the next one. XLF. Mm, okay, I think we set a break. Same thing. I didn't color code it. Um, but I believe we said a break of this is definitely a long. Um, and that's exactly what happened. And this turned into our dip buy. So we see pre-market came up. This is the trades you want to take. We see it breaks well above, opens up here well above, and then it dips all the way right here until this to this previous resistance, now support. And then it literally wicked right on top of it, and then right after it bounced right up. So that's a perfect trade. And then today, it just kept rallying up. Now I would say no trades. Short it once it reaches that 54 level. So yeah, there's that. Which most likely, seeing its sector, the financial sectors that already moved up, most likely the rest of the financials moved up as well. So let's take a look at it. JP Morgan, same thing. We can't really. Same issue as last time. Can't we're not really. I'm trying to. I'm trying to do the one thing that I hate, where like I. Okay, it's not working. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it's like every now like when I'm trying to make that box that I hate accidentally doing, it's not working. So yeah, I can't. I guess I can't really give out a my thoughts on this. But if you just look closely, it did end up rallying up. It's still kind of hard to see, and this looks like a still perfect trade to take, but this platform is acting very stupid for whatever reason. Like this did not happen. JP Morgan did not go all the way down to $18 in pre-market. Like no. That's not what happened. I don't know what's going on with this platform. Anyways, Bank of America, same thing. But as you can see, if you really pay attention closely, it rallied up. And it just sucks because these are some very good charts that I can see on my end. Just unfortunately, the platform is broken. So Goldman Sachs. Okay, now this is a good one. So yeah, same thing. It broke well above this resistance level. Not too sure what we said on whatever day we called this out. But a perfect trade. Well, maybe not a perfect trade, but you get what I mean by the financial sector broke above, and so this one followed as well, and every financial chart that we've seen so far. So if you've been keeping up with the videos, you see that there's a pattern between its sector and its its tickers in it. So there's that. So that's a very nice thing to keep in mind. So study the sectors. That's what I did when I first started trading. I learned the sectors. If you don't know what the sectors are in the market, search it up. You know, I'm here to help you guys, but I'm not here to give you the answers. I'm gonna put you guys to work. I'm giving you these charting sessions. That way you can get an idea on how I learned well. I guarantee you, if you really just take the time out of the day to just chart at night, every single night, for 3 months, you're going to notice patterns. Um, you're gonna notice trends. You're gonna notice how things follow each other. Like, for example, the technology one, all the charts in technology followed the technology sector. Financials, we just were finishing up the financial sector, and everything broke out along with the financial sector. So just study that. That's all you got to do, and that'll teach you how to trade not only futures, um, but stocks as well, options. If you don't know how to trade options, I'll make a video on that, so don't worry about it. I'll make a video on it on how to do it as simple as possible. I'm just still trying to figure out the words I want to use, that way I can make it less confusing for you. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, in the beginning I wasn't trading options because I always thought it was too difficult. So I always just traded futures in the beginning. So I never learned options until I learned it, and to be honest, it was pretty difficult. Just the things with contracts, you got contracts dying, whatever. They're not worth it anymore after expiration dates. That would always confuse me. So I'm trying to put together a video on how to give the most simplest way on how to trade options without giving you guys a whole bunch of nonsense on options, because it's easier than you guys think. I just wish that there was a video on like how I'm going to give it out to you guys. So that's just something to look out for in the future. One of these days, I'll post it on how to trade options and how to look at options. Anyways, Visa, we see that it broke out. Um, so same thing. Okay, so we did say rejection from here, which was valid, but at the same time, it was trending upwards. And it did reject here. However, it did hit 50%, which for some reason I didn't notice it. I don't know why. I guess I got to take a little bit more time when dealing with these charts, unless this was something else. This might have been from something else. But maybe not. Maybe I just got it completely wrong. But anyways, we see here, um, this was a nice trade to take. Of from here. This would have been nice to just trail all the way up here. 330 for 335, so $5 move. That's a good move. Next one, let's look at MA. So same thing. We said short it. Obviously, it didn't go our way. So now this definitely turned into support. Now that we got confirmation that it has tested and held above. So I would say go for calls, just as long as it doesn't break below that level. So let's look at the next one. Jets, same thing. We don't trade Jets. So yeah, but we do see Jets has been trending upwards. So remember, like how I said, Jets shot all the way up, most likely. All the other airlines in its sector most likely did the same thing. The only thing is that Jets is a little weird. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we see here. Perfect. Look. Okay. Let me give you guys the example about what I mean, in case you guys haven't followed, or you guys don't want to go back in the video and look at every single sector, and then when I look at all the charts within the sector. So we see here. This is LUV, Southwest Airlines. Southwest. Look at it. It starts trending upwards. We get a rally, base, rally, base, rally, base, rally. So let's go to Jets. Same exact thing. You see, the sector, the charts in the sector always follows the main sector. It always follows the sector name, or a sector ETF. ETF for short, let's just say. So yeah, this is literally the same exact thing, just different name. So just look at it, the same thing. The only difference is that sometimes other names are probably at different spots. For example, maybe LUV can be at supply, and DAL is at demand. So that's the only difference. Same thing. DAL ran up a ton. No move here. If anything, I'd say short it, but at the same time, I wouldn't say anything. It's going up too much with no signs of rejection. So yeah, or no signs of selling pressure. So let's look at BA. BA did the exact same thing, and we called this out perfectly. Um, So just take a look at it. And even today, to be honest, I was gonna take a trade on this today, but I already took it on UNH, and I said, you know what? There's no need to trade more. If I didn't get on BA, it's okay. I don't care. But this is a perfect trade today, and I didn't get in on it, and I'm not gonna sit here and cry or oh no, I should have taken this trade. I could have made more money. No, I'm happy with the trade I made with UNH. I made good money on that. You're not gonna catch them all. I yes, at the same time I have six charts open, but to me, the most valuable one was UNH. So it doesn't matter whether there's 10 tickers that you can trade from that look good to you. The one you want to just focus on one. You and the reason why I say that is because you want to see value in the best one. So the one I saw value in was UNH, and I already give you guys the breakdown on that. So as we can see here, BA, the next day that we called it out, right here, it broke well above, tested right here, and then shot right back up. Today for BA, I was gonna get in right there. So at the time it hit pre-market low, and I was like, you know what, this is a good level to buy. But then I was like, you know what, UNH is better. Let's get in UNH instead. Or I believe I was already in UNH and I just didn't want to get in anything else. So that's the habit you want to build up. You know, you don't want to get FOMO. That builds up FOMO, in my opinion. At least that's what it did to me in the beginning. So yeah, we see that it went below pre-market low, and then it already went up to pre-market high and closed at pre-market high. The very next candle went up and it kept rallying up, and then resistance right here. This is TP. You know, right here, previous day or what is this? 5 days ago, 6 days ago, hit this level and then just sold off. So we just extend this level. Perfect level right there. That's TP right there. If I would have taken this trade, it would have been from the break of pre-market high all the way to right there. So what is that? 184 to 188, a $4 move all the way up until here, which is a perfect trade. But I didn't take it. But I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. I don't care. Took UNH, perfect. And again, look at the other airline sector. We also called this one out as well. And the very next day, what happens? It broke above. It actually opened right above, and it started rallying upwards. So once again, we're correct. We're right, and this went up a ton. This went up all the way from 96 all the way up to 103. Where would be my TP if I were to get in here? Right there. Take profit right there, 100. So about a $4 move, which is a nice move. So now let's take a look at the energy sector. I believe for this one, I think I said I wouldn't bother touching this one. There's not much going on for this one. Just some base action right here. Same thing. I just wouldn't touch it. To be honest, I never really touched the energy sector. But we did say green here. To be honest, I'm not sure what was the breakdown on this. Let's see, 1124. Okay, we said bounce. Okay, I remember a little bit. So we said some type of bounce in this area just because we saw from intraday that it was closing above, and we just have to go based off pre-market. So I think from now on, once it's one of those things where if it breaks above or below, we're just gonna keep it white. But as of right now, I would say anything below this level is rejection. So I would say once it touches that level, it's going to be a rejection. So yeah, same thing. I just wouldn't touch this at all. Okay, now here's this one. Okay, so for this one, we said it was going to reject, and that's exactly what it did. Maybe it didn't happen the next day that we said it was going to happen, but it did happen. So yeah, just like how I said in my previous videos, it might not happen the next day. It might not happen 2 days from when I call it out. It might not happen until a week later or a month later. To be honest, I would say if it doesn't happen within 2 weeks, invalid. So anyways, right here, rejection, we get that nice rejection from there. So maybe we can possibly see some rejections only if its sector, um, stays bearish. Obviously, if it points bullish, we're not gonna take a short, just because its sector is going up. But this could be some type of long from here, but not enough information for me yet. So personally, I wouldn't touch that yet. Same thing, rejection. We got that rejection from that level, which is I think this is the one I did. Yeah, never mind. Being stupid. Um, Shell bounced up from what is that support? Yeah, support. Same thing. Wouldn't touch that either. Like I said, I'm probably gonna take that one off just because I don't like that chart. So arc. We said rejection from that level. Obviously it didn't happen. Um, so oh well. Um, we did get an uptrend. It reclaimed this level. The next day it reclaimed. So yeah, this was so it did look like it was going in our favor. Sometimes, like how I said, the market is gonna go the completely opposite way from you, and that's exactly what it did. Everything in this chart the day after I called it. Remember, we called it on 11/24, by the way, and the date is up here at the top left of your screen. So we called our previous video was on 11/24, so probably around this area was anything before my cursor was the call out. So what did we say? It was already rejecting in pre-market. We opened at pre-market low and we break below pre-market low. So that was a perfect trade. Just unfortunately we did V-shape recover and we broke above, and then next day we keep rallying up. And so yeah, so like how I said, you're not going to get them all. You're not going to predict it 100% of the time. That's uh basically impossible, to be honest. um so yeah, they're here, and then here's Tesla. We did say a bounce from this level, and that's exactly what it did. So right here, we get a V-shaped recovery. So again, a short, and then we get a V-shaped recovery. And then for your entry, just in case you missed it, right here, it's just a couple dollars, or not even dollars, it's cents off of this level, and then just kept rallying upwards. And yeah, that's a nice trade to take. Now let's look at Coinbase. Same thing. The only thing is that it hasn't hit our TP yet, but it was on its way. So we said same thing. Price already went up this level. It went above, it traded below, V-shaped recovery, and then tested during pre-market and then upwards. So anyways, would I take this trade? Probably not, just because we got our test in pre-market. Um, and to be honest, there's better things to look at. If anything, maybe I could have taken my re-entry right here at this level right here, just because we got some base action. We already reclaimed this level, so most likely it was going to go up, and then we pulled back all the way up until pre-market high, tested that pre-market high, and then rallied upwards. So yeah, be right back. My bad, guys. I just had to go real quick. Somebody was knocking on my door. Anyways, let's continue. Coinbase. Not much going on. Same thing. Just dip buy right here. Obviously, we didn't get that dip buy. TP right here. Same thing. I would honestly say if it breaks above this level, that would definitely be my. So this is support. I would say. So if it breaks above, I'd want to retest from this level. And once we get that retest, then I'm looking for upside continuation, probably up until this white level or up until right there, this 288. So let's mark it down so we don't get confused. So yeah, I would say right here is definitely the perfect level. So right here, right there. Let's just mark it. Remember, guys, TP is now pink levels. Pink levels TP. So right there, that would be my take profit. If we can see continuation from this level. So yeah. So now let's delete this green level at the bottom, and let's continue. Roblox RBLX. Roblox. So we did say we didn't say anything for this level. But I believe at the time of recording, we didn't really get. I think we said actually right here would probably be my long at this level. Or maybe I didn't say that, or maybe I'm pretty sure I did, but I um, just didn't call it out, or maybe I did call it out. I just didn't mark the level. But anyways, we see that it broke, reclaimed this level right here, 92. So guess what? I am now looking for some type of long at this level right here. TP would be right here, so let's make that pink. Any break above this green level is a long. So that's how I would take that trade. Um, so yeah, I would say this would be a nice trade if it can recover. It went down a ton. So let's see, maybe it will recover, maybe it won't. But like how we said, I'm probably right about 70 to 80% of the time. So yeah. Shop, I don't think we said anything good for shop. Maybe this level, maybe I think we said maybe just break above, break below. Um, so just using pre-market. So we see that it broke above, retested this level, and then continued on the rally upwards. Um, and then not only that, intraday today. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a call real quick. My bad, guys. I'll be right back. My bad, guys. That'll be the last interruption. Any other interruption, I'm just gonna ignore them. But yeah, let's just finish up this video. We're almost done. So right here, I would say we're trending upwards. We're building up. What the hell? We're building up pressure. To this level right here. Let's just zoom in just to show you guys more. So right here we built a pressure. It looks like we're rejecting so far. Let's just get rid of these levels just to not cause any confusion. So yeah, we see that we've been trending upwards. And we just kind of went flat today and we couldn't break above pre-market high. My guess is a short. That's my guess. The thing is that this could break above. Will I remember this? Probably not, to be honest. The next video I make, I'm probably gonna look at this and be like, "What the hell? Why did I say a short?" Um, and this is why. We're flat. We're flat right here at a resistance level. This tells me we're most likely gonna go down. It already went up a lot. This I would consider a healthy trend. Making higher highs, I would consider that a healthy trend. But we went flat during this day. We're right below pre-market high, so this is one of those things where it could go above or not. Um, just in case, we'll make this level white. So remember, white, break above, trade it, or go for long, break below, go for shorts. So that would be my idea. Um, so yeah, I would say maybe just wait a day or two to really see how it reacts. But if you look at my other charting videos, you can kind of get an idea on how I would trade this. So yeah, let's take a look at something else. Plantier. I think yeah we said go longs on Plantier, and that's exactly what happened. Um, so we got it on the very next day, so yesterday. And we got that retest, retest twice right here from here. So 162, let's just say to the highs, 163. So yeah, good trade. Same time, I probably wouldn't trade this, or I'd probably hold this until the next day, and my TP would be this level right there. As of now, probably nothing. No setups. Same thing, just go based off pre-market levels. So let's just delete this level. Just to not cause any confusion. The thing is, we are trending upwards as well. So I would say once it reaches this level, it's gonna gonna go bullish. So as of now, we're trending upwards, building up pressure to this level right here. Anything above is gonna be a long. Next Disney. Let's go quick. Disney. So we failed on Disney. We said it was gonna go lower. And that's not what happened. The reason why I said that was because, right here, we're at the lows. And we said as long as it can keep rejecting on this level, we're going to go low. We opened at pre market low and then we just ran up. So it's one of those things that where the future YM that it follows is just, if it's too strong, it's going to push it up. So yeah, not only that, let's see if we're in some type of demand. As of now, I wouldn't really say we're at a demand level. If you just follow my cursor all the way to this level right here, this 101, I would say right there could possibly be that level. But yeah, it's just I wouldn't have taken this trade. So yeah, but it didn't go in our favor. So an L there. So let's remove this level. An L on my part. My bad, guys. Like I said, not gonna get them all. This one, okay, this level was from something else from another day. Nothing going on here. The only thing right there. Or right here, building up pressure. Let's just look at a bigger picture. Right here. So price is building up pressure to this level right here. So anything above this, whoops, anything above this level along, just because it's building up pressure, it came from demand or support, and now it's trending upwards to this. Most likely, once it breaks this, it's gonna go freaking bullish. It's gonna go up a lot. Next one, lows, probably the same thing. Exactly the same thing right there. Except right here would be my. Let's see, right here, perfect level. Perfect level right there. Anything above, go long. Anything below, short it. But most likely, I would say long. It's coming from a demand level. This is gonna go up a lot. It doesn't have to. Remember that, guys. HD Home Depot. So we said this was a this is building up pressure to this level right here, resistance. Obviously we got that yesterday, but obviously you're not. If you listen to me from my past 5 videos that I've made, obviously we're not going to take a trade just because it breaks this level when price opened up all the way down here. You're not going to get in when it already made a $10 move. No, we're not going to do that. If anything, I would see short hit from there. But yeah, so we see it broke above. However, you'd want to trade it the next day. So, seeing that we broke above, well above this level, that green level, um, our trade would be at the pre-market low, or you'd want to get it at the break of pre-market high, just because we already broke above this level. It couldn't break below pre-market low, and our final level to break that pre-market high, and which from 352 trail it 356, $4 move, perfect move, nice move. This one, so yeah, look, perfect trade. This was really good, and I believe we call this one out perfectly as well. Um, so there's this red thing I said here. I think we said just because based off of how it's going, but we said in our previous videos that it was most likely going to base out something similar to this and then push right above, depending on how the rest of the market goes. And that's exactly what it did. So look, we get some red days. That's why we made that green candle there, and it started trending upward. So imagine if you got it right here at the very bottom, 332 all the way to 355. That is a fuck ton of money right there, just on one contract alone. And I think per contract, let's see, how much is a contract? Let's look at next week's contracts. This cost, let's see, what are we at now? 355, $500 contract. A $500 contract. Imagine that. Right here. These are the contract numbers. So 475. It's a widespread. Like I said, we'll talk about options another time. Some of you guys might be looking at this like, what the fuck am I looking at? So I'm gonna explain it to you guys in a different video. Uh, However, the basic, just so you guys can get a general idea, $4.75. So if you pay attention closely, 4.75, $4.75. The reason why I said $400.75 cents, I mean, sorry, $400 or $475. I don't know why I said it stupid. Um, so multiply by 100 basically. So and this applies for every option, whether it's this one, whether it's that, whether it's down here, just multiply by 100, and that's how much your contract cost. So yeah. And another thing, why multiply by 100 times? Because you're buying 100 shares at a fixed price, meaning you're buying you're not buying shares at $355. So you're buying shares at $4.75. But like I said, we'll explain it more in a different video, on a video that's meant for options, but just to give you guys a general idea on what it is about. So, anyways, there's that breakdown. Let's move on. Target would have been good for shares. I believe I said that as well. It's good for shares. Probably just not yet for options, just because the whole market was trending downwards. But yeah, as of now, no trades. If anything, right here, dip buy this level right here, 89 level. So like how we said, dip buy levels are going to be yellow. So let's remove this one. Dip buys are going to be yellow. TP, trail it. So yeah, just go by previous day highs. But as of now, I would say to just trail it. Yeah, nothing much going on for that. Let's take a look at Walmart. Walmart went up a ton. I believe we said probably buy at this dip level. The only thing is I'm not too sure if I said that or not, but if I didn't, dip buy right here. And it did. This was a perfect dip buy. Or I think I just said I wouldn't touch this level, um, unless it touched this, and which it did. So I'm not too sure what I said. You guys can go ahead and figure it out. You guys can go back on my previous videos and take a look at what I've been saying for Walmart for the past 2 weeks. So yeah, as of now, No trades. If anything, maybe a short. We already got a little rejection. I believe this is all-time highs. Yeah, all-time highs. What happens at all-time highs? Remember, guys. What happens during all-time highs? Most likely a short. But there is a lot of strength. It already retested and then rallied right up. So most likely this could be bullish. I just wouldn't give out anything yet because it's too risky. PayPal, we set a short from this level. Didn't work in our favor. Yeah, so if, I think I said either short from this level or this level. Didn't work out from us. It ended up trading above. So what happens now? Now that it's trending upwards and we broke above resistance, what do you think happens? That goes green. So let's remove that. And look, if you pay close attention, we see it it tested and gave confirmation for continuation. So we see it broke above, closed at it, closed at that support, and then opened up at support, and then just shot right above, which telling me that it reclaimed it. So guess what I'm looking for? I'm looking for longs. Where's my long? Long right there, 63. Am I gonna remember that? Probably not. I'm not gonna make levels. Um, but you guys can go back to this video on my new video and you guys can see what my levels were. 63 is my level. 64, maybe I will remember this. And then 65, those are my levels, all the way up until 66. So a $61 move, all the way up to $66. Good move. Let's take a look at XYZ. XYZ, nothing much. We are at resistance. The question is, can we break above? Um, so yeah, there's that. TP, just call it right there. So yeah, I would say TP right here. Our entry, I'm probably gonna need a different color for entries to be honest. Um, I guess maybe no, let's just keep it at green for now until I can figure out what color I want it to be. But yeah, we did get rejection there, but it is trending upwards, building up pressure. Maybe it might not happen within a week or two, but yeah. Anything above this level, I would say all the way up to 68. So 66 all the way up to 68. What's after that? Trail the whole damn thing all the way until you reach 71. So yeah. Let's look at Starbucks. Starbucks. Okay, I think we said rejections from here. It didn't go our way, obviously. So sucks. Oh well. I've called so many other things and they went our way. So I see it as a win. So now this is turned as support. So let's move that. It broke well above this support level. So maybe some type of bounce from here. Um, but I probably wouldn't touch this to be honest. So yeah, there's that video. And now the next video will be starting at yes again. So yeah, that's gonna end it here. Um, we'll talk about options another day, along with other things as well. Um, so yeah, it's currently Wednesday. Probably won't see you guys until Monday, Sunday or Monday. So yeah, gonna enjoy my weekend, Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys have a good Thanksgiving as well. So see you guys next time. See you later.